All right, let's move on to Indy and the Colts. Obviously, we have a lot of question marks on this team. The defense was pretty strong last year. We are all wondering what Anthony Richardson is going to be under center. Are we here to help him on the offensive side of the ball, or are we going to help his defensive half of the team? Adam, kick us off.
Yeah, so I look at the Colts, and when I see their quarterbacks, I see, regardless of who starts, Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, they are going to need a running game. And whether, it's going to include the quarterback regardless. Daniel Jones is a great runner as well. Um, so I feel like, a lot of people have Tyler Warren going here. Oh, let's get a, safety blanket for Anthony Richardson. He's got a lot of receivers. We can turn those slot receivers into safety blankets. I here would go with Gray Zabel. And he is the O lineman out of North Dakota State. He has excellent versatility, and that is ultimately what made me choose him over some other O linemen. In free agency, the Colts lost both Will Fries and Ryan Kelly. Gray Zabel can play either center or guard, whichever one of those ends up being the bigger need for them in what is expected to be a run-heavy offense. So Gray Zabel, especially because of the versatility, just get him on that O-line. We need to kind of repair what we lost in free agency.
Mike?
I I felt like Adam was talking to me when he said Tyler Warren, and I am one of those that feels like
I didn't see that. Sorry.
that Tyler Warren is actually one of those is the pick here. The Raiders did it last year with Brock Bowers. They took the best tight end in the class, and look how it turned out, right? I think they do the same thing here because when's the last time that you recall the Colts having a great tight end? Is it Dallas Clark?
Dallas
Oh, yeah.
Clark. Yep.
Dallas Clark.
About 10 years ago. I think Warren can help at least stabilize the quarterback position. I think Anthony Richardson does have targets, right? He has Michael Pittman, he has Alec Pierce, he has Josh Downs, he has AD. If you throw a tight end to the mix, you open up the offense in a way where it's like, how do you want to die? And I
But
think that's something that's going to help his confidence, or even Daniel Jones, depending on who wins the quarterback competition.
good point.
I get what you're saying with the offensive line. Anthony Richardson is an improviser, and at that point you have Quentin Nelson, who's one of the nastiest blockers, right? If you're going to go with a versatile offensive lineman, I think his scrambling ability puts a lot of stress on the offensive line. He doesn't play the traditional drop back. I don't know that I go there. I think I go with Tyler Warren, who can help out in the run game as a blocker as well. Versatile guy. Like I said, opens up both phases there.
So I just want to respond before we get to Eli, who's going in a totally different direction, it seems like. Um, it seems like you're trying to turn the Colts offense into a spread them out, air raid offense. And I just don't think Anthony Richardson is going to be able to handle that. I think it is going to have to rely on that run game. And, we have those receivers, and, adding Tyler Warren into the mix would add another receiver, but is Anthony Richardson going to be fully able to take advantage of that? So that's my hesitation there.
That's a great question. And the further question is, will it be Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
And I think one way or the other, as I enter this draft, as Chris Ballard, as the GM, I want to obviously help Anthony Richardson, ideally like support him in a way that he can be better. But also at the same time, I want the structure of my team to be what it is if I need to move on from Anthony Richardson at some point here. If I add Tyler Warren, who again can be a tight end, he can be a wide receiver. We've seen him be a running back in college. Hell, we've seen him throw passes in college and be pretty athletic and decent at that. He's got the full Bobby Boucher last game of the year, can't hold anything back kind of vibe to him. So if that's the case, look, I think if we add Tyler Warren to this team, no matter what, we're adding a special talent that should help us for years to come. And if Anthony Richardson's the guy, great. He could be that security blanket. We can scheme some stuff to get him the ball. Ideally, that can help move down the field. If not, well, then he's going to be an ideal tight end for whatever quarterback we conceivably go, either draft or free agency, and add to this roster. Give me Tyler Warren. I think he's a special talent in the tight end spot. I think there are two special tight ends in this draft. Colts seem almost destined to grab one of them. I will take Tyler Warren. Eli, I'll give you 15 seconds to convince me otherwise.
If you go to the Paris Fashion Show and you add one more supermodel,
I'm there every year.
And you add one more supermodel to the room, do you notice them? No, because they're not adding anything that's not already there. You have
Okay.
A.D. Mitchell, you have Alec Pierce, you have Michael Pittman Jr., you have Josh Downs, you have Jonathan Taylor. You have enough offensive pieces. You were 21st in pass rush win rate last year. You added Leatu
Great
Latu
point.
last year, and you need to be able to affect the passer because your cornerbacks are terrible. So I'm going to give you the best pass rusher in this draft in Mike Green, just as a pure speed rusher. He's a little better speed rusher than Abdul.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you affect the quarterback and give Anthony the chance to actually get the ball back and not have to score 38 points a game.
I believe Pittman is in his second to last year on his rookie deal as I try and look into the future just to make sure that I'm not saying anything wrong. If that's the
He's
case,
on an
again,
extension, but yeah.
he's on the extension. That's right. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to look that up as we speak. I'm
Yeah.
less enthused by Alec Pierce and Downs as other people are. I believe in Jonathan Taylor. I believe in Pittman as a ideally number 2. If he has to be a number 1, so be it. I still feel like Tyler Warren is the guy I want in this scenario. If I have the flexibility to do something with it, I think Tyler Warren. Look, this is a good tight end draft, but I think there's 2 clear availabilities up at the top. I think we can try and find some defensive help later. I agree with what you say, Eli, but give me Tyler Warren in that spot.
I got to say, Eli, I absolutely love the analogy there.
That was good.
That was a great one. But if I'm at the Paris fashion show and Adrienne Lima's not in the room and she enters the room, I'm going to know she's in the room.
Sure.
If you're at the Paris fashion show, some bouncer is about to get fired for letting you inside.